Tracy Haynes remains in jail tonight, but in new video posted to social media, you are about to hear from him for the first time and in his own words.
Told me he was gonna kill me. All these told me they was gonna kill me. Look what happened.
Tonight, police are investigating this video of the accused Wilmer Hutchins shooter, Tracy Haynes. WFAA sources say was filmed shortly after gunshots wounded 4 of his classmates. Initially posted to Instagram, our sources confirmed the video's authenticity Wednesday. Police have not yet revealed a motive in this case, but those sources tell WFAA they are using this clip to investigate not only what happened, but also why.
I know I was wrong for what I did, but I didn't want to do it. But I had to do it. I'll be if one of us get buried again. I'm tired of us getting buried and nobody doing about it.
In the clip, Haynes never specifies exactly what he did, but does say he loves his nieces and nephews and that he believed people were going to kill him.
My mama gone, my granny gone, everybody gone that I love. So I can't go. I'd rather y'all see me like this, locked up, than y'all see me dead in the ground.
WFAA also obtained and verified this surveillance video of the shooting from inside the high school. Watch as students scramble as Haynes, according to police, fired indiscriminately, then point blank at a fellow classmate.
My heart dropped, started beating really fast.
All this new video comes as more witnesses come forward. Milton Nieto said shortly after the shooting, he unknowingly gave a hitchhiking Haynes a ride.
Kind of chilling, you know?
Nieto said he drove by a frantic Haynes, who flagged him down and said he'd crashed his dad's car and asked Nieto to drive him to his father.
I don't want any trouble. I thought I was just helping somebody out.
Nieto said he took Haynes to a gas station where someone else picked him up. Only later, when police showed up to his office to question him, did Nieto learn who'd been in his car.
The cops asked me, did he have the gun? And in my mind, I was like, I didn't even look for that. I wasn't even thinking that.
Hours later, Haynes turned himself in to the Lew Sterrett jail, where he remains behind bars tonight, as investigators look for even more footage, more testimony, to piece together exactly how this happened. In Dallas, I'm Sydney Persing.
I told y'all that's what it was, man. I told y'all. He crashed out. Homeboy looked at it like, hey, I'm going to get y'all before y'all get me. Even though y'all threatened me first, I'm going to get y'all before y'all get me. So he took the law in his own hand. I told y'all that's what it was about, man. I told you that, y'all heard what he said. He got threatened. They threatened to kill him and everything like that. I said in my video a few days ago about this nigga, man. I said that, ain't nobody doing nothing about it. He probably did went for help. He probably told the teachers. He probably went to the police. He probably went to a few people, and no one wasn't going to do anything about it. You know what I'm saying? So he probably just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna crash out, man." I said, I'd rather go to jail than be buried 6 feet under. He said, I'm not gonna go. I said, I'm gonna come to you before y'all come to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he did. He crashed out. He wanted them niggas bad. For him to come in there with a mask on his face in school and all that stuff like that, he crashed out. But, basically he was a crash dummy, though. He's one of them crash dummy. I ain't saying what he did was right. But, sometimes when you put in a situation like that, man, and nobody's not willing to step in and help you out or nothing like that, sometimes you got to take the law in your own hand, man. When I was in high school, I was put in situations like that. I had to carry me a pistol in school. But thank God it never came down to it. I never had to use it, but there was times that people said they was coming for me in my school, and I had to go there and I had to carry the ratchet with me. I didn't tell nobody I had a ratchet on me though, but you just never know, man. When someone try to come in, especially when someone threatened to kill you. Oh yeah, I'm coming back to school the next day. I'm gonna be strapped. I'm gonna keep it on me too, because now you don't threaten my life. I don't really want to use it, but you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to take the law in your own hands, man. Especially when you got some lunatics out there threatening to kill you and they ready to take you out and everything like that. Yeah, man, sometimes you got to take the law in your own hand, man. Sometimes you got to get them before they get you. And that's what he did. You know what I'm saying? He could have waited till they all. I mean, you saw him driving a car. I mean, nigga, you drive a car. You mean to tell me you couldn't ride out and look for them niggas though? You couldn't just wait. But I guess he didn't know where them niggas stay at. I guess he didn't know where they lived at. I guess he didn't want to go on their territory. But that's why I say, man, you know, be careful who you threaten, man. Be careful with that shit. Be careful who you thinking you going around, you threaten people because you think because you're in the gang and you think you're untouchable, not knowing that the person that you're threatening is really with it. Is really with it though. But you could tell how the way he's talking that he's a hothead. I even said a few days ago, this little nigga is just a hothead, man. That's all he is. He's just a straight up hothead. You know, ain't no telling what he said to them that make them want to kill him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna sit here and say this nigga here is innocent. I'm not gonna sit here and say this nigga here is innocent. Because there ain't no telling what he did to them. For those that threatened to kill him, ain't no telling what he did to them to make them want to kill him. So I gotta have that in mind as well too. I can't just sit there and feel sorry for him because I'm gonna be like, you know, what did you? I'm be like, first of all, bro, what did you do to them to make them want to kill you, bro? What did you do? We heard your side of the story, so let's hear the other guy's side of the story on why they wanted to kill you. Because evidently, bro, you must have been beefing with niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's how it be in high school, man. You be in those kind of beef. You know, when you in one of them beefs like that in high school, man, that's not a safe environment to be in. Especially if the niggas in the same class with you, or if y'all not in the same class, y'all will see each other in the hallways. You know how it is. Everybody switch classes, and you see a nigga in the hallway. You know that's a very uncomfortable position to be in, especially if you got ops in your school. You gotta look over your shoulder every day. You know, I was in positions like that though, man. I was put in a position where I had to bring my ratchet to school, and I had to bring me a knife to school. You know what I'm saying? But I never got caught though. I never got caught with it. I never had to use it though. But I was put in situations like that where I had to carry me a knife with me in school and carry my gun with me. Cause I said I ain't about to let nobody 5 or 6 dudes jump my ass. I said hell no. I said I'd rather go to goddamn jail. Even though I don't want to go to jail, but I'd rather go to goddamn jail than sit there and let 5 or 6 or 8 motherfuckers jump me and beat me to death. I'm gonna die trying. And I'm not encouraging no kids out there to bring guns to school. I'm not encouraging no kids out there to bring guns to school, none of that type of stuff. But this is what will happen to you. Because if you're one of them kids and you're thinking about bringing a gun to school and you ready to crash out like what this little nigga here did, just so you know, this is the consequences that you're going to have to deal with. This is the consequences you're going to have to deal with right here. So if y'all think about wanting to bring a gun to school and y'all ready to crash out and started dropping your nuts on these niggas in the hallway like this nigga here did, just beware of the consequences on what's going to happen. Just beware of that. So, you know, I don't know what he said or what he did, but you know, he just crashed out. You know, he just crashed out, man. That's all this little nigga did. Ain't no telling what those guys said, saying they were gonna shoot his family up. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit that goes on in the gang shit, man. A lot of street shit going on, man. A lot of shit that we probably don't even know. You know what I'm saying? It's probably deeper than that. You know? But I guess he feared for his life. It wasn't nowhere for him to hide at. You know, because he heard what he said. Nobody wasn't doing anything about it. So I guess he's saying that, hey, I'd rather be locked up in prison where I think I might be safe at than be out in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling what his ops been doing. You know, his ops probably know where he live at and stuff like that. So I guess he felt like, you know, he's safer being locked up in prison than being out on the streets. Because this kid here saying, hey, I refuse to die. I don't want to die. Ain't my time to go. I'd rather spend 10 years or 11 years or 5 years in prison than let one of y'all niggas decide to delete me. So it's kill or be killed. That's how I'm looking at it from my understanding about him. You know, it's kill or be killed. I'm going to get y'all before y'all get me. That's how it is. So that's how this little nigga operate right here. So I don't know, man. I don't like to wish jail on a lot of people though, but I can kind of understand his situation though. I do. I kind of understand that, especially when no one's not willing to come in and help you, and you're basically on your own. You're basically on your own, and nobody's not willing to step in and resolve the issue. Sometimes you got to take the law in your own hand. And again, I'm not encouraging nobody to go to the school campus and shoot somebody. But if you want to take that route, just so you know, be aware of the consequences on what's going to happen to you. Just like when you see what happened to this dude right here. Just be aware of the consequences. But anyway, that's all I got to say, y'all. Peace.